Bukovie used to be a star among cities. Historic, wealthy, and bustling with new businesses. That star's been dying for a while. Crime's on the rise, and with war brewing and the government tightening their grip, it's no surprise we're restless. Police might be keeping people safe, but there's only so much we can do about the seedy underbelly. With a prohibition, lawbreakers, criminals, and your everyday civilians are all forced into the same watering holes. Usually, it'd be my job to bust this place. But maybe we can help one another. This place is more useful open, especially when I have someone a lot more dangerous to catch than a few drunks. Ah, it looks like your first customers are arriving. Let's see if you can loosen their tongues. I'll be waiting, bartender. Don't let me down.
Welcome to Story Rich, a little bit of fun, a little bit of gloom, best served cold. I played the demo, I loved it so much I couldn't stop playing it. I had to force myself to stop playing it to avoid spoilers for the full release. The rating for the game is mature, so be warned. The last drop. The case from the demo. Hello, Vincent. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy pass to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Floor, takes a seat at the bar and begins numbing to himself. What a day. Southern literature is providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. Everything alright, Mr. Floor? Clearly not. If I ordered a cart of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Here, what we need to notice, first of all, is that he's in bad mood. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. What would you like? This evening, a properly mixed Eastern ruby should hit the spot. Why do you like this cocktail so much? It's a classic, not to mention it comes with the allure of travel. A ruby of the East sounds like a treasure found only in foreign lands. Let's serve him the drink. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Vincent perks up. Let's see if we can cheer you up. Aha, that's the spirit. Eastern ruby. His favorite. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. So now he's in good mood. He's kind of half drunk. Intoxication indicates how intoxicated the customer is. Sober, tipsy, drunk, inebriated. This is how much he likes us. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but didn't expect it. Especially with your background. This place could have become naught but cloudy moonshine and drove customers, yet you're already proven to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, so you'll have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance. But a recent shipment of vodka from Sralka came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. This game is so fun. It's kind of a little bit slow, it's calm, it's relaxing in a way, but the story, I don't think that the story will be way too relaxing. So it's a nice combination of you can take your time playing it, but you might get emotional. Anything else? Yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentleman's club is a bus with chats about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers. I suppose that's what we are now. We've opened a bar during a prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Tsara should not exchange freedom for safety. What if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary, but you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with the loose tongues. I'll be careful. Good. You see, there is a reason I bring all this up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so that you can read the heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. In the early hours of the morning, the body of an as of yet unidentified young woman was found in an alley off the Bukovie Boulevard. Bukovie police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside the speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovie killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place. Don't get too bothered by all this tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Doesn't that seem like a conspiracy theory? It does not. Greedy, joyless politicians are making sure that prohibition is enforced. They can spin tales of crime and murder if it's in their interest. You know, a Tsarist politician is a lion when his mouth is moving. The scoundrels are not above manufacturing a villain to scare the populace. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous, but I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the damn flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend, be on your guard. I will. We are on Bukovie Boulevard, so the locals are mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially people of culture and arts. There is no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood. One more thing. We both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal? Good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. See you, Vincent. We have our first customer. Energetic girl. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. She squints at you like she can't decide if you're a friend or foe. She's in a good mood though. Rough day? You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Grand Down Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There is nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spice trader symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald, old man explain the logistics of his spy trading company and how it made him rich? And he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets. I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls, but then I stop. And nothing has changed. It sounds like you need a drink. Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment. What flavor do you like? Right now, I'm craving something spiced. She said something about slice of lime. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. It is important to read these messages because sometimes they can tell you something important about the attitude of the customer. One drink coming up. I'm so excited. Me too. Copper Bullet is the only one with the lime. Is it? I think so, unless I'm missing something. I love these drinks so much. They look so beautiful in the game. Oh damn, this is perfect! Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all this fuss in my head. When the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket cost a month rent. And with everything being so busy... Why is it so busy? Well, there is the Spice Merchant Symposium, but there is some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads, the women in those sparkly dresses and their heel shoes. Looks like torture to me. Me too. The hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now, so maybe the prohibition isn't all bad. She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. The watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me on this place. The Nightcap just opened, yes. The Nightcap? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Grand Town Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in at any of them, even when they served booze. The Staff Bar was all drunken bellhops, the Mid Bar was full of posers, and the Spy Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts on here. We're all equal when we walk through these doors. Her smile is warm and she nods a little, like she just made her mind up about you. I can get on board with that. Good. Well, I should be heading back. I got Bartender sparring classes and a shift tomorrow, and if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Take care. And the shift. I think of us, the bartender, as the main character of the game, of the story. I see this person, the awkward gentleman, as the second main character of the game. Like, you know, there is like male lead and female lead, and we are both whatever our genders or leads. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times, like he expects someone to sneak in after him. He's in a good mood. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you already given him. What can I get you? How does this play work? Just like a regular bar, no butlers or whatever, I just want a drink. Anything in particular? I don't care, you choose. So I want to serve something smooth and not too strong. I wonder if drinks will get updated with time. Let's serve him femme fatale. So pretty. Not bad at all, very pleasant actually. You have probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. A business. He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. The headline reads, Latest Bukovie Boulevard victim identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukovie police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukovie killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalia Reed, a native Saran and lifetime resident of Bukovie, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley of Bukovie Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as the Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in her off time to drink and gamble. The legal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldir urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation, as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? We only started, so probably not really. I doubt that. None? Really? There is a lot of unusual behavior around right now. Did you read the news yesterday? Speakeasy guest found dead. And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place a speakeasy. Exactly. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Mertens. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. You need any help? You'll be happy on yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's only great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar, it's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer, with your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where you found Natalia Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a bit longer, so we can figure out who's behind all this. I'm guessing there is no opt-out? He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. I understand. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Good. Any questions? How do I investigate? You interrogate everyone at your bar and ask the right questions. Get to know them, make them willing to talk. A glass of alcohol might loosen their tongue. I suggest you keep track of your findings in a notebook or something. I also see you have an unused spinboard in the room behind you. Detectives at the station like to use those to keep their minds organized. Visualizing connections make them easier to understand. I'll give it a try after my shift. Good, any questions? Where should I start? Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who were present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was found. As a former criminal, I'm sure you know ways of making people talk. There is no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'll accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. Divulge. I never can remember how to say this word, divulge or divulge. Maybe both ways. English is weird. Sometimes you can say one word many different ways.
Divulge.
Divulge. I'll see what I can do. Good, any questions? Do you have any questions? No, let's move on. You're part of this now. Time is short and I expect something solid from you, soon. This case is the highest priority and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe. And save some lives while we're at it. No pressure though. Off you go. See you soon. Hey, old friend. Peter Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. Was he a competition or something like that? Well, we will find that out. I'm just trying to remember from my time when I played the demo. The characters in this game is so amazing, like everyone is so alive. He takes a seat looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to the Nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the big cat peas they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail, though usually it's a bit sweet for my tastes. Miss me, pizza? Every day was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked through with tears. You feel the same, I imagine? Sure. He raises his eyebrows and shows a few cones your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, eh? So, he wants something strong. Peter leans low and his chin rests on the bar. The light catching the lone scar on his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Such a romantic figure. Let's see if I can remember what you like. Let's see indeed. So, he doesn't like sweet and he avoids something strong. Evening prayer would suit him. Night count would suit him as well. Let's try night count. This should be the right level for him. I'm usually not a fan of surprises in my drinks, but this is good. So you're a bartender now? Well, that's an odd one, but if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he is an enforcer for the Fiat crime lord Carla. But as long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with a frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles. Though it doesn't happen often, how can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies aren't too appealing. I can see why you are getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone without a duchy or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. And what's your job these days? My collar is blue and I work with my hands a lot. Some of the other fellows in my line of work have a bit too much fun for my tastes. You don't like your colleagues? I reckon my job ain't good or bad, it's neutral, cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in, and the deals people make. It's neutral. I take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect from. They knew the deal they were getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that doesn't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without a prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now, if you'll excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me. I need to take care of that. Sure thing. So you need to be careful to not make the drink too strong, because then they will refuse to speak with you because they're way too drunk. I want to see what we have in my notebook. There are some tips, there are some clues. I do have some clues already, but they're not showing in the dialogue menu yet. Different people. Really like the design of this, very clean. Alright, so we have two people here. Let's talk with her first. extravagant lady in a good mood. An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in a pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think this grand place below bookstore, how very Vincent. You know Vincent? Yes, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. Vincent hasn't mentioned you. You could have lied. No, he must have. Carmine, Olivia? There's probably some kind of list I'm on, a VIP kind of an affair. I'm an actress, singer, / radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell that I would never be able to mimic. You don't mind listening to it even though it drips with audacity. Oh, so we can lie. Oh, that Olivia Carmine. Yes, Vincent mentioned you. See, we all need a little push to jog our memories sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved a performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Round? Maybe. The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gun on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick thinking and my coolness under pressure. Can I get you a drink? Are you buying, darling? Put it on my tab, I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance, bartender. Anything specific you fancy? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Let's pour you something fabulous. Thank you, darling. My throat is absolutely parched. Something fruity. Pirate joy? And I guess that's it. She will get drunk, but not too much. She will be tipsy, I believe. Astonishing, flawless, incredible, divine, absolutely brilliant use of everything, inspirational, honestly. What a day! Did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her finger to pull you close. Well, today, I spent the majority of my time reading contracts. I'm starting my own show, you see. Something daring, something bold, something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Chamomile and Carmine. That is the problem that I had in the demo as well. Is it Chamomile and Carmine, or is it Chamomile and Carmine? Classy, right? Absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it, but well, I suppose I let my mouth run when I'm a little tipsy, so more will find out soon. Picture me and my sultry voice broadcast nationwide to the people of Tsara, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. I'm so excited. Congratulations! Good things happen to good people, you know? Sure. Olivia swirls to the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before setting the empty glass down beside your hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back. Though hopefully soon you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up, winks at you, and takes her leave. See you soon. The last person. Come on over. Gloomy priest, a miserable-looking man, sits down at the bar. A big cloud follows him. But he is in a good mood. Although some people love being gloom, and that is when they're in their best mood. Anyway, once he has your attention, he peruses the drink stacked behind you. What can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything besides strong? Not really, just strong. He takes a short breath. What does the goddess want you to order? Just make me a drink quickly with a few jokes. So 7 would be too much for him. Let's try to make something of 5. Like the evening prayer, very suitable for a priest. Goes down quite nicely. He shrugs, places the glass back against his lips and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am. I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know this is alcoholic. You're permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Is it this bad? If you took confessions too, you wouldn't ask. Oh no, now he's in a bad mood. And I served him the drink already, so I cannot make his mood better. Maybe next time. I know that he will come over again. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine, and more. I used to have faith in humanity. Here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up, tips his hat, and takes his leave. Bye, Joan. End of the day. We cannot use even the clues yet in our conversations, but we already can populate the workboard. Well, there is 2 things that we know. That Peter's favorite speakeasy was the last drop. Now, if only I remembered how I can establish connections. Aha. Clue combined. Peter frequented the last drop, the speakeasy where Natalia Reed's murder took place before it was shut down. You should be able to tell me who else went there to drink and if any of them visit the Nightcap. Peter, street smart. These do not connect. These do not connect. Alright. And the day. Is there anything else that I can click on? Nope. Motive, evidence, defense. There will be so many clues. End this evening and go to the next day. Look who's here, Peter Wagner. Well, well, look who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, your beacon in the night. I don't plan closing anytime soon. Let's catch up. Now I can present clues. Just like the old days. I have only 2 action points, so I need to be careful. I probably need to serve him a drink first. But also maybe I don't have to, because we're kind of on friendly terms. We've known each other. I don't have to ply him with drinks. But maybe I should. Let's try. Know anything about Natalia Reed? Shame about her accident. Her murder? Murder then. I saw her here and there, and I reckon it's a real odd that she got iced. Why odd? She didn't seem like the victim type, you know? Can you elaborate? He tilts his head for a moment, and you see his eyebrows shift, giving you a knowing look. She was confrontational, fearless. Most people are intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employee a few times too. Usually the ones that end up victims are the ones who don't fight back. Even drunk should probably put up a good fight. Really? I reckon so. Killed her from behind, right? Whoever stuck you probably thought they couldn't take you in fight. The police or whoever is holding your leash should be looking at cowards. That's what you should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? Come on, it's not his first day living in the world. You're asking a lot of questions. People with our background know better. No one ever got eyes for asking too few questions. You're right. Hey, if you got someone pulling a chain, I get it. Someone holding something over you, I guess. Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back, so I get it. Right. Now I will serve you a drink to make you a little bit tipsy. Maybe just one. You don't want my lips loosening. Who knows what I'll say? Actually, I wanted to say something. His lowest level is 5, so I need to make 7. Not 7, 6. Do we have 6? We don't. 7 is too much. Oh, no, maybe 7 is the right. Actually, He doesn't hate it. So I showed him this once before. He doesn't hate it, but it's not his favorite. I want a 6. He doesn't like sugar. Let's try Copper Bullet. This career sheet is starting to make sense. You have talent. Oh, right. The smoothness adds action points. I forgot about that. I should have revisited the tutorial. So, between us, I assume you never went to legit. I don't care about that. Maybe I do. Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation right now. Ask me again when your words are as sweet as the booze. I should have served him another drink. Peter, what is your favorite drink? Do we know that? He likes Copper Bullet. So that is his favorite drink. I have 2 action points and I have 2 questions. What sort of drinks do you like, Peter? No, so drinks don't take action points. I like proper drinks, something pure like vodka. Anything else? Coffee helps keep me sharp in the wee hours. You work late. You know I do. Nothing good happens in the morning, so best sleep through it. I get a lot more done while everyone else is asleep and out of my way. Despite the name, a cold winter usually keeps me warm during those long nights. I remember. A cold winter? There is a cold winter? Is that a drink? Or is that like literally winter? Oh, so now it shows that I don't have enough affection with this customer, and after I reached, I believe, this level, it actually shows me what kind of level I need to reach. I will get the answer to this question. Good to know. How's work these days? Good, although I'm being real careful who I talk to these days. Trust is hard earned. You feel the same? Sure. I'll be straight with you when the time is right, but we ain't as close as we used to be. Let's take things slow. I do. Alright, well, then I will leave you to it. Do you want to end the conversation? Yes. I need to get back to work. I'll be off then. Bye. This person. Officer in a very bad mood. Office worker. A moody-looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. Long day. Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Sure. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palms up, stopping you. Wait, please make sure it's a clean glass. All our glasses are clean? I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences, smudges and such. 1 glass, no smudges. Good, I'll have that cocktail. I'm waiting. Any particular flavors you enjoy? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty. He wants something with mint. I have 2 options, but I believe that he will not appreciate this one because of lime. But here we have a lemon. I don't know then. Let's try Copper Bullet. Not bad, as long as the glass is clean, I won't complain. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with his sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where his lips were. Are you a big drinker? There is not much else to do in Bukovie. To be honest, I'm not usually out on days like this, but my date got cancelled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are. Good, that's when I usually need a drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Nice to meet you, Elliot. Can I get you another drink? No, I should head home. No, don't go home yet. Our relationship got improved, but don't go home yet. So maybe I'm just meeting all of them at this moment. I cannot have a really meaningful conversations with them yet. That could be the What are you doing there? But we don't have anything to talk about anymore. So we have 4 people here. Let's start with this lady. Blonde lady. A young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you and is confused. Evening. Hello. What can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. What can you do? I can try and help you make up your mind. That probably help. Okay, let's roll the dice. Surprise me. What would you like again? I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. Let's make you something nice. I'm looking forward to it. Strong and sweet. Eastern Ruby probably would fit the task. Night Count wouldn't fit the task because it doesn't seem to have any sugar in it. Wake up call. Oh, cold winter. Here it is. So this is favorite over pizza. Poison drop. Looks nice as well, although there is herbal pizza, so maybe not. Okay, Eastern Ruby it is, right? Well, I definitely don't hate it, thanks. Have you been open alone? Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new, below bookshop too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How do you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Vincent owns the place. Right. Anyway, I'm Alina Dragos. I brought a few friends alone, and we're already a bit tipsy if you haven't noticed already. She didn't have to tell you that. Derek of booze. You had it well. Yeah, we found a bottle in the basement and we are celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. Take care. Why can't I speak with anyone? I guess this is really just introductory this very moment. Nice gentleman, boy in pink. Before he even sits down, you can tell this young man has an attitude. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection, then you. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. What can I get you? Surprise me. Give me some hints? Well, I'm a big fan of rum, I think. You think. You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the 3 girls he came in with, then regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender, so tend the bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much and my parents are into wines, not cocktails. I can handle that. Thank you. Alright, pour away. What flavors do you enjoy? Something with a sweet touch, like rum. It seems we have only one... No, we have 2 drinks with rum. This one is probably sweeter than this one. Pirate's Joy should suit him nicely. I know that I could have given him a very strong drink and make him misbehave maybe, but I don't want to ruin any relationships at this very moment. Maybe I will do that later. I could get used to this. I'm Killian. You might have met my parents at some point. The Durants? Might have. You might have met a doctor with a surname, though it's fuzzy. Fun people, though I suppose as private doctors perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare. With that he pays, turns around and goes to sit back at the table. See you, Killian. Well-dressed girl. The young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a good smile and leans on the bar. What can I get for you? I don't really know if I'm honest. Too many options. How about I choose? I'd appreciate that. I feel a bit out of my depth here. Something light though, I have work in the morning. I'm looking forward to try anything you make for me. Any flavors you're fond of? May sound odd, but tomato? This is the only one with tomato. It might be a little bit too strong for her, but let's go with this one. That's lovely, thank you. Places like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. You're as welcome as anyone. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking the constabulary will arrest me at any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine, but I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yes, I think you do. I'm Maria Popper, by the way. I'm here with my friend Alina. Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I wouldn't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about how her butler is getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. Good luck. You see her put on a smile and grab her drink and make your way over to the table. And the last one. Wendy? Striking redhead. A woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing, and she scans the room, then you taking everything in. She's dressed up with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. What can I get you? This place is as charming as it is easy to find. When Alina mentioned a speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded into the Bukovie boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems to have flowed past this venue without impact. This striking redhead is a bit complicated. You never know what to say to make you enjoy the conversation and have a little bit of affection to you. Don't remember what I have chosen during my demo gameplay, but I remembered that she didn't like it. So I want to choose the opposite, but I think that she wouldn't like either way. I'm confused. Do you like it here? I do, yes. I'm Wendy Brooker. You might have heard of my father. You haven't, but you say it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to ask around too much to know my reputation impeccable, and if you stay in my good side, I'll even think of an endearing nickname for you. Okay, do you want a drink? Don't make me beg. What does a lady like you drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look just a little more fabulous, but not too much. Don't make me beg. She doesn't have any preferences for flavors, it seems like. So it should be probably I really want to have 6. I think that the menu will extend at some point. Let's try cold winter. A twist, not bad, but too many of these and I'll get bored. A complicated woman. I'll take this back to my table now, darling. Enjoy. So she didn't really like it very much. There is no one else that I haven't spoken with, so I believe that we can end this shift. Are you sure you want to end this day? There are still customers you could speak to or show clues, but doesn't seem like I can. Wait, can I? One moment. Oh yes, I present the clues. Oh my god. I completely have forgotten about this. Let's try. Peter Street Smarts? Present clue. Yes. The story about the bro that got ice at the speakeasy. What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the Jonas did a great job, they always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinion. You're fishing, and for what? I got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The papers spin the same stories. The hoi polloi gets all worked up. And ain't no one got the real facts, except for the ones who know to keep their mouths shut. And the folk who say that city council are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed up on wrong. Bukovie officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional, but it was done by someone who has experience, someone who planned it out real careful and who's done it before. Did you visit the speakeasy? Yes. And? Plenty of folk went there, so I don't go making any inference. You know where the line is, no need to see what happens if you step over. Who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd, let me think. Alina Dragos, the type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year she made it big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at a poker tourney. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. And Killian Durant, the rich kid with the baby face and soft hands. You taking roll call? If this bartending gig doesn't work out, I suggest a job as an internet reporter. What do you think of that, Scoops? Alright, I was just curious. Well, I won't go home, but I can't stay here. Make sure you don't get any mischief while I'm gone. That's my job. Will do. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So that man has left. Elliot, that was. Alina, now I will present you some clues. Oh, I can actually speak with you more. What sort of drink do you like, Alina? My favorite has to be the poison drop. Nothing tops that one. Very specific. Hey, if you don't tell people exactly what you like, how will you ever get what you want? Good point. It's better than Maria's anyway. The woman likes tomato in her drinks. It's indecent. What do you do for work? Nothing. I guess you don't need to. Exactly. My family's fallen into wealth through sheer luck, and I want to let us fall out again. I have plans to keep us where we need to be. My dad might end up losing his fortune again, but I'll be glad to take him in when the time comes. Did you ever work? Sure, and for a man who... It doesn't matter, that's all in the past. What do you know about Natalia Reid? I'm not talking about that evil floozy, I'm here to have a good time. Alina seems very guarded about the topic. She also seems to know something. Perhaps she's more talkative when drunk. Okay, so we'll need to make her drunk next time. Aha. So it shows the level that I need to achieve. I like that. Hobbies, dating, risk. How are you finding your time here? Pleasant crowd, mostly. There is a few people here that I'm not on great terms with, but it's a bar, so that'd be expected. Who? I'd rather not to get into this, honestly. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Do you? Who? Elliot? How do you guess that? Just instinct. He's a piece of work, alright, especially when he's drunk. A few months before prohibition, I was at a casino with my father on my birthday. He wasn't exactly going to bake me a cake, and I didn't want to be alone all day till the clubs opened and I could see my friends. So I figured I'd take an interest in his hobby, and while Dad was playing baccarat, Elliot made a play for me. Oh? Obviously I turned him down pretty quickly, but I remember him getting so angry. I tried to brush him off gently, but he really didn't get the message. I've dealt with fellas shouting at me before, but this was different. The more his rage built, the quieter he got. But you could tell he was losing control, shaking. I clung to my dad after that and didn't go back to the casino, but I still see him around sometimes, makes my skin crawl. Sorry you went through that. Don't be sorry, be cautious. He has a few screws loose if you ask me. I'll keep that in mind. And I have one more action. Who are the people you came with? Maybe let's try something else. The last rope. Let's present the clue. I used to go with my father. It's close to the casino. Wait, is that time? I should get going. Alright. Hello, Killian. Welcome back. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle-tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? Victim? Did you know Natalia Reid? A little. I saw her at a hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get a radio cab home. Really? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women or meager means lack the ability to handle alcohol with grace like more refined ladies. You know she's dead, right? Yes, Alina told me this morning. I was rather sad, but more in that feeling, oh, maybe I'll die one day sort of way. I didn't really know her, so you will die one day. Is that a threat? Just a fact. It's not a nice thing to say, is it? You wrinkle your nose every time you take a sip. You're right, I don't enjoy this. The drinks are well enough made, but I simply can't become accustomed to the taste. I must persevere. You don't have to, you know? I started going to bars to be around Alina and Wendy. With a killer going on the loose, I'd like to keep an eye on them. Very gallant. Yeah, I've had my eye on Alina for a bit. We've gone on a few dates. I think she really likes me, but she has a guard dog. Maria's hackles are up and she has fangs. In fact, I was thinking of paying for Maria to attend a distant chess tournament just to have more time with Alina alone. Perhaps take her to Mary Auberge for a steak roulade. Mind keeping that to yourself. Your plan is safe with me. Good. It's stressful though trying to keep my intentions secret. I'm only here in pursuit of the object of my affection, and this constant boozing is worrying my map a great deal. I usually want to listen to her, but she holds great sway over my disposable income. Is there anything else that we need to know? What sort of drink do you like, Killian? Something that can get me drunk without it feeling like I'm drinking alcohol. So, sugary drinks then. I love the light sugary stuff. I think your mint punch fits that bill. Got it. I have 2 action points and I have some clues. I can ask him about Alina or I can move on to some clues. Sure, I visited. Let's speak about Alina then. Alina's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through clouds. Poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like intellectual gibberish to me, but even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. If I don't get home soon, my mother will lock me out. Bye. Bye, Killian. Good luck with your mom. Now, you two. Maria. Good evening. We should chat, I guess, pass the time. I have 5 action points. What sort of drinks do you like, Maria? The femme fatale is nice. The spice slows you down, so you get the head spins without getting carried away. Interesting. You can tell I don't drink much, can't you? I can, but I don't judge. I appreciate that. Still, it's growing on me a tad. I don't know if that's a good thing. I prefer these cocktails to the beer my father drinks. I'd better not make it heavy though. Your choice. What do you know about Natalia Reid? The accountant? I don't think I miss her. I'm sure I didn't. Did you hear about her death? I saw the headlines like the start of some macabre murder mystery, but without the cheery ending, probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering sweet girls or factory workers, but not someone like her. Let's hope. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that okay? I work at that old tailor's in the stocks. The other girls, it seems good, talk about drinking and dancing, but I just keep my head down. They think I'm dull, but I knew that place would catch fire one day. There was a fire? That building is a death trap. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a house of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know? But it didn't burn down completely. Alina and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. Oh, you play chess? When we were at school, we played for boiled sweets. It's a wonder we still have teeth. The women in the workhouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them and I see things. Patterns, not just in fabric, but in the city, in people, and most of all in chess. Alina is good, but most days I can't beat her. There's a fire in me, competition. Even without candy, victory is still sweet. You're a grandmaster? Not quite. Although I have won tournaments with both one of you, but none that were official or major. Alina always beats me when the stakes are high. It's like the pressure of playing against my friend makes me wild. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burn out. She just wants it more. I once asked her what her secret was. I'll never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. Any other hobbies that aren't so intense? Cooking, I guess? I make great sarmale, but this is starting to feel like a job interview instead of a drink order. Fair point. Let's talk about chess. We do, yes. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at a chess club in school. We were rivals but ended up being best friends. That's a long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it inside hers. Does it sound strange? A little. We can get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little bit better every day and to beat all those stuffy old bearded men at the chess console together. We know each other so well now. I'm not sure our practice is helping us get to the next level, but I also just enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bukovie's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Alina won a tournament a few weeks ago, and I came second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals, and it was intense. It felt like my whole life was built into that moment. Since we were in the top sports, we knew we'd already qualified for the next tournament in a few months with the grandmasters, so in a way the final was like a victory lap for us. Have I talked about chess too much? Sometimes I can't tell if I'm talking too much about something I love, but either way, thanks for listening. Anytime. I don't really want to talk about drinks. Maybe let's present her a clue, the last drop. I've never been there, but I'm pretty sure Lina has. I still have one action point. Let's talk about drinks then. Not at all. If I'm honest, I come here because Alina asks me alone, and leaving her at a bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a good friend. I think so too. Alina and I have been through a lot. I like knowing she's safe, even if it means drinking. Oh, it's not so bad. Sometimes having a few drinks makes the book I'm reading even more exciting, though I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. You're welcome to read anything on the shelves. Really? I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library? Oh, it's really late. I'm going to head home. I have something on tomorrow. Thanks for the drinks. You're welcome. And the last one, and my throat is on fire. I love this game. Even if I suffer through so much talking, I still love this game. Wendy Brooker, we meet again. Evening. What do you want to know, bartender? Oh. Do you know anything about Natalia Reid? The dead woman, I knew of her. It's quite unavoidable when you're in company of Alina Dragos, especially when she's had a few drinks. How come? I could bore you with the long-winded stories about Alina's infamous drunken rants, but why would I deny you the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such a rant once again. Just give me a warning before you do so I may cover my ears in time. I will try. You wear a lot of expensive items. I do. Aren't you worried about being robbed? From outside, the best place someone could rob would be my empty home. If I didn't wear the nice things I have, I would be living the same life as a woman who had already been robbed. An unglamorous existence. Earrings are meant for ears, and jewels don't sparkle when kept in a box. I have 2 action points. Don't remember about the last drop. So she wasn't a customer in the last drop. At least he doesn't remember her there. So I will not present any clues. Instead, I will... Oh, what sort of drinks do you like, Wendy? I absolutely adore the evening prayer. There are a few others I enjoy, but a great deal more I detest. Why do you ask? It's my job. Very good. I'm glad we could have this discussion now so we don't have to do it again. Tell me about yourself, Wendy. I love that idea. She opens her mouth in mock surprise and lets out a little delighted giggle. What does she say? I grew up at Papa's old estate, home health, out in the country. I moved to Bukovie because I got bored, and I come to dive bars like this because I love the entertainment. Dive bar? I'd say fit right in. Oh, are we sparring? That's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. People must love you. Come, darling. I'm being exceedingly gentle. Let's get to know each other better, or worse, if you prefer. I'll start. I was born, I moved here, and now I'm sat in this cramped little stool talking to someone who has a very colorful background. How do you know about my background? I know a lot, darling, and most of what I know I keep to myself. This has been delightful, I mean that. It's refreshing to have repartee with someone who can keep up. Chin chin. Sure. And there was a last question. How do you know everyone? I'm cordial with Alina and Maria, and I know Killian. We met a while ago at a tango class, in pre-prohibition times. Don't get me wrong, they're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they're slow to trust and reluctant to say anything genuine. You feel the same, or are you an open book? It takes me a while to warm up. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Good, so when you have secrets that could ruin you, sharing them with people is like handing them a loaded pistol. In this case, though, we are all breaking the rules to be here, so it does encourage a kind of mutual trust-distrust paradox. Let's keep each other's secrets together, lest we ruin the fun for everyone. Are you taking a risk being here? She laughs, and for the first time it sounds genuine. You've amused her, and she lets the mask slip for a moment. You've known plenty like her, and learned to never let your guard down around them. No, I wish there was something as exciting as a police informant among us, but alas, we are as we seem. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all, dirt poor in fact, but you can tell, if you look closely, you can tell. She purses her lips briefly, a smile flashing across her face. Not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly, what an odd concept. Alina pays for everything. Maria is a puppy in her purse. But we all do what we must. In her position, maybe I do the same. The poor girl's head must be spinning. Evenings in the casinos, speakeasies and clubs with Alina, then back to her threadbare bedsheets each night in the stacks. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. I don't think it's about Maria. It's like a general attitude. What is the right line to say? You don't seem to like Maria. I don't like Alina much right now either, but again, they might grow on me. Maria and Alina have some quirks, which I like, imperfections, and they both sharp as tacks. If you haven't heard, Maria hides it under a shy facade, while Alina hides it under a layer of, blondness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I didn't care for you, but perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls, Alina and Maria. If they would just ease off on the chess chat and address the sexual tension in the room instead, I might enjoy their company a great deal more. I'm sure. Ah well, would you look at the time? I'm going to make my way home before the sun comes up. We have potential patrons. Do I need to connect anything here? Nope. That's the end of the day then. And I will end this part here. This game is such a delight. I love it so much. I can't wait to uncover all the secrets and solve the murder mystery. I wonder if there will be multiple murder mysteries, because this is case 0, not even case 1. And it's a slow build-up, in my opinion. So I'm really curious to see how much there is to it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a nice day, night, morning. Bye bye.